So let's just talk about it. The irony that I'm literally making a video of this is kind of crazy because what we're talking about today is monitoring spirits. And the crazy thing is I already know what your algorithm looks like. Like I know what it looks like. I know what you've been fed because I've been fed the exact same stuff, and that's why we're here today. See, what I have a problem with is the misinformation and propaganda. First of all, I'm completely sorry for whatever fire alarm you hear because my property manager has yet to change the fire alarm. Anyways, let's get into what I was talking about. So, I feel like there is a very let's just say it. There's some bullshit being fed to you guys, okay? There's bullshit being fed to you guys, and somebody has to address it because it just seems like no one is doing themselves the service of thinking clearly. So let's say you're new here, okay? You don't even know what a monitoring spirit is, okay? For the purpose of this video, I'm going to give you the definition of what a monitoring spirit is in the context of the propaganda that I'm talking about. Okay? So, to majority of the spiritual internet community, whether you're looking on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube even, what they will tell you is a monitoring spirit that looks like a person who is very invested in what you're doing. It's exactly what it sounds like in the word. It's a spirit that is monitoring you. And the way people give examples as far as that is, people who are very interested in what you have going on, or, people who seem very inquisitive about, what's happening in your life. And I have seen it literally destroy people's communities as far as themselves. And what's crazy is I'm speaking from a personal testimony. I didn't realize that I was doing it until I had gotten out of it. Now, what that is, I'm going to get deeper into what I just said. This propaganda is rooted from a center of fear. Okay? There is a group. There's a group on the internet who, people are chosen ones, okay? We'll say that. People are chosen. People are, the odd one out, superheroes, whatever you want to call them. If you know, you know. But their content is always based on fear. Like, you'll see the type of videos, it'll be like, why you're the odd one out, or why or all these people are out to get you, gang stalking. Like, I'm talking about sort of that world at the moment. And when it comes to monitoring spirits, there is a automatic negative connotation to what that is. We are in a world of polarity, okay? As up, as above, as below, So it's gonna sound crazy, but I truly believe myself, every monitoring spirit is not a bad spirit, okay? Every monitoring spirit is not a bad spirit. And I know you may, with the propaganda that you've been fed, I'm sure you're looking at me crazy right now. Like, what do you mean? Monitoring spirit has to be bad. Okay, y'all don't even understand what a monitoring spirit is. These people are telling you that a monitoring spirit is, a person who's just doing a check-in in your life. Like, there should be no reason why somebody should be X'd out of your life for checking up on you. Like, is that not what family is supposed to do? Is that not what friends are supposed to do? Acquaintances are supposed to do? Now, there is the weird version of things, like, you know, the obvious stuff. Like, if a person is literally like the only time they're in your life is to see, you know, what's going on with your career, like, that's a red flag. But, you know, if somebody is having a conversation like that, and that's not the only thing in the conversation, it's safe to say that they're not a monitoring spirit. Like, I don't know, you guys. This is just something I've been wanting to press on for a long time, because when you get down those rabbit holes of the chosen ones and all those other people, y'all know who I'm talking about. It's easy to be on the negative side of that world, and it'll have you like batshit crazy almost. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, gang stalking and all that isn't true and all the other stuff, but I really want you to start using your discernment when it comes to that shit. There's no blueprint when it comes to knowing who or what is a monitoring spirit. You know, it's not, oh, if they check in, if they do this, if they do that. Like, understanding a monitoring spirit is something you have to feel, okay? So anything that you see online about people saying, oh, well, people who do this, that, people who say this, that, and the third, please don't listen to that, because you will end up changing the dynamic between you and just a down motherfucker. Like, just somebody who is genuinely like just there for you and fucks with you. And again, I feel like I can speak on this because I've been through this brainwashing almost that is like being thrown at you. You have to understand that at the end of the day, all this shit is designed to make you alone. Like, being alone should always be a choice and not a necessity. And the propaganda that's being put out is making it seem like being alone is the only way you can get through being a chosen person. And that's just not true. So, do that with what you will. And yeah, just use discernment at the end of the day. Make sure anything that, you know, you're thinking about isn't grounded through fear. And sometimes just use common sense, you know? It's okay for an aunt who hasn't spoke to you in a while to check in and see how you're doing with your nail business. Like, relax, okay? Lay off the weed a little bit and the psychedelics, okay? All right. Much love. Peace.